A common rhythm issue is inconsistently holding long notes. And one of the main reasons for that is not subdividing through the elongation, or to make it simpler, not thinking the little pulses inside the long note. Now, it is very helpful to be able to have a metronome that can give you those subdivisions, which is great, but it's as important, if not more important, to be able to do that internally yourself. So with an example like this, it's very common for people not to hold the half note for the correct number of beats. So a great way to practice this would be to play the eighth note subdivision. And then you're going to tie those eighth notes back together to create the half note. And you'll be able to play those half notes exactly correctly. Dotted quarter notes give a lot of people confusion, so it's important to make sure you're processing the eighth notes there, especially around other half notes. So if you play all the subdivisions, and you might even need to play the eighth notes in the second measure as well. And then you think that subdivision while you play the notes as written in the real rhythm. You can apply this same technique in 6/8, especially with quarter eighth note patterns, where it's very common to not hold the quarter note exactly correctly. A lot of us hold it too long or don't hold it long enough. To process that, we're going to play each of those quarter notes as two eighth notes. Remember, dotted quarter notes will get 3 beats. And then you add the ties in to turn that into the rhythm as written. You can use the subdivision of long notes even for things less than a beat. But a lot of us then don't give the quarter notes enough time. So play the quarter notes at the eighth note. Anything that has a 16th note subdivision, play the 16th. So you're really having to think through the counting. And then when you play it as written, it's going to be easier to play, but you know you'll be playing the right subdivisions. It's always a very reliable thing to use subdivisions when you're practicing your long notes.